Hello friend, I'm Deepak Prakash and I have done my Masters in International Relations from University of Indianapolis, USA. The thing is, this is the first part of my Vaad Vivad Prativad series, which is going to help each of the deserving UPSC aspirant to provide right kind of guidance to them. While preparing for myself, in that journey I realized what costed me my various attempts and why I couldn't cross the ultimate threshold to become a civil servant. I reached to the interview stage. I appeared in interview in 2021-22 cycle but couldn't be able to make to the list. So here the aim is to assist those aspirants who are genuine, who want right kind of guidance, and I want them to avoid those mistakes which I have committed. So this is just a beginner guide for each of the aspirant, and I'm going to just keep myself confined only to very few lessons. In this Vaad Vivad Prativad series, I'm going to highlight 5 basic traits which we all UPSC aspirant must have to achieve success. While going through Wings of Fire of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I read one very important quote which he read while he was studying in Swartz High School. It reads as, "Let not thy winged days be spent in vain. When once gone, no gold can buy them back again." Thing is, our time is very precious. These 6 years which we are going to give to this whole UPSC journey is very significant, and I want none of you to lose that valuable time, because ultimately for each of you, that UPSC aspiration and becoming a civil servant is the ultimate goal. You want to cross that threshold, you want to cross the Rubicon to become civil servant and to serve the society. So each one of you aspirant must remember these 5 basics key lessons. The first which I understand is develop intrinsic motivation. Now what is intrinsic motivation? Many times I have seen, मेरे भी काफी friends थे, I have seen that many of them after certain period of time, say 5 years, 5 months, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, in many cases even 15 days, they would require some extrinsic motivation. What does it mean? उनको किसी टॉपर्स का इंटरव्यू देखना होता था in order to get to that feeling so that they can work harder. So that is actually, it makes you weak, it makes you lame. You need to develop intrinsic motivation. अंदर से आवाज आनी चाहिए कि I want to become civil servant क्योंकि I want to do this. मुझे सोसाइटी को सर्व करना है. I want to become an IAS or IPS officer or IARS officer or any other civil servant because I want to contribute to this society. I want to fight for the betterment of the society. I want to fight for the rights of many of the weaker sections of the society. Those who are underprivileged, those who are Divyang, those who are women, those who are say old people. So the zeal, the enthusiasm, it should be internal. अंदर से लगना चाहिए कि मुझे करना है ये. क्यों करना है? Because ये मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि this is the best thing for me to do. It should not come from somewhere outside. कोई और अभी होता क्या है कि I have seen many of my fellow aspirants when I was back while preparing for UPSC, I realized कि उन्हें रोज एक टॉपर्स का ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 एंड मेनी मोर उनका वीडियो देखना होता है so that they can get motivation. उनको पढ़ने में they develop monotony. So they wanted some external motivator. that would not help. External motivation can help to certain extent, but not always. You need to develop intrinsic motivation. That's the first lesson. Second lesson is consistency and perseverance. अभी जब मैं बच्चा था, I still realized मेरे grandfather, he was a freedom fighter, he is no more now. So he would say about 5 विद्यार्थी के पंच लक्षणम. उसमें एक जो था, that was काक चेष्टा and another was बको ध्यानम. काक चेष्टा is nothing but keep on working like कौवा. हम लोगों ने एक मोरल स्टोरी पंचतंत्र की पढ़ी थी, हाउ अ थर्स्टी क्रो, he wanted to get water from that pitcher, and that pitcher, he was unable to, his beak was unable to reach over there, so he started pouring a stone into it so that water would come up, and then he quenched his thirst. So you need to be like a kawa. Bako dhyanam, your focus should always be like an eklavya. बगुले की तरह ध्यान होना चाहिए. लाइक बगुला कीप्स ऑन लुकिंग फॉर फिश. जिस तरह से एकलव्य को सिर्फ मछली की आंख दिखती थी, यू मस्ट लुक ओनली फॉर यूपीएससी, कि मुझे सिर्फ और सिर्फ यही करना है. यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस डेलिब्रेटली. एवरी डे आई विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर. Previous year question paper is must. Go through the last 10 year question paper and you would realize how many questions UPSC repeat. So deliberate practice is very important. Consistency is very important. Perseverance is very important. You need to be stubborn in your preparation. Lal Bahadur Shastri ka example I am giving you. One example of Lal Bahadur Shastri. Shastri ji, actually what happened, once he went to see a fair, मेला. यूपी में थे, गंगा नदी के किनारे उनका गांव था. Many a times he would, उनके फादर तो थे नहीं, he was only of 1.5 when his father died. So he would not be having any money. Every day he would cross Ganga river to go to school and then return back through the Ganga. So that shows the stubbornness and his level of commitment towards education. वो उनका परसिवरेंस दिखाता था और उनके कमिटमेंट को दिखाता था. थर्ड इज नो प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन. बाय द वे, प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन कैन नॉट हेल्प इन एनी ऑफ द वोकेशन. कुछ भी काम करो, वेदर यू वांट टू बिकम अ सक्सेसफुल इंजीनियर, यू वांट टू बिकम अ सक्सेसफुल डॉक्टर, यू वांट टू बिकम अ पॉलिटिशियन, प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन कैन नेवर हेल्प. एंड सिविल सर्विसेज में इट अप्लाइज इवन टू अ मोर एक्सटेंट. और प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन का तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बचपन में ही हम लोगों ने स्टोरी पढ़ा था. दैट स्टोरी वाज ऑफ हेयर एंड टॉर्टॉइज. हेयर, डिस्पाइट बीइंग मोर एफिशिएंट, डिस्पाइट बीइंग मोर स्टर्डी, हेयर लॉस्ट द रेस. द रीजन वाज ओनली प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन. सो नेवर डू प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन. अगर आज मैंने ये चूज किया है दैट दिस इज व्हाट दिस पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस ऑफ लक्ष्मीकांत से प्रेसिडेंट, प्राइम मिनिस्टर, होल कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर, होल एग्जीक्यूटिव पार्ट आई हैव टू डू, आई विल डू इट इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ एनी ऑफ द सर्कमस्टेंसेस. एट एनी कॉस्ट आई विल डू. Nothing can stop me on that day from doing what exactly I decided to do on that particular day. Fourth is love the path you have chosen. No cribbing or complain. Many a times we complain about, अरे यूपीएससी का सिलेबस इतना वास्ट है. Actually we have decided to become the part of it. It's by our own choice. Many a times many may not agree with me, but the thing is we have decided. You are not an object. You are a subject here to serve through civil services. So there is no logic in cribbing. कि ऐसा क्वेश्चन आया. If the questions were tough for you, it was equally tough for other aspirants, those who have filled the form, those 10 lakh people who have filled the form, it was equally tough for them. Complaining is not an option. It's a competition. Those who are the fittest, they would emerge at the top. It's all about survival of the fittest. Those top 800, those top 900 would make to the top. Rest of the other would come out of the list. So don't complain about anything. And the fifth is anxiety. Anxiety can kill your aspiration. I can give you one example of my own first attempt. I missed my prelims. I missed my cutoff by a whisker of 0.5 marks. I got 97.5 marks out of 98. And you know why? Ultimately, it was the anxiety and fear of failing that overcome my performance. I can give you one example. When I entered inside the classroom, I was like shaking. My hands were shaking while filling the OMR bubbles. And you won't believe, I was sweating profusely as if I was ill. Though undoubtedly that was a summer season, but that was not the actual condition. I never experienced that kind of feeling. So anxiety can kill your chances. One attempt lost means there are multiple implications of it. You can develop fear factor further. You can have depression. You may start feeling completely detached from the syllabus. You may start feeling boredom. You may feel that this syllabus is so much boring now. I cannot complete it in time. From next attempt, you may start getting more fear. You start becoming more fearful. So never allow anxiety to overcome. And the best thing is to avoid anxiety through detaching yourself from the fear of failure. The best example is Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 2, where Lord Sri Krishna says to Arjun, Karmanye badhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan ma karmphal hetu vurma te sangast karmane. You have right to perform your duties, but you should not be worried about the fruit of your action. हमारा काम है, कर्म करना है, हमें पढ़ना है. We are like the UPSC aspirant. हमें पढ़ना है, हम पढ़ेंगे. Rest of the things leave on the Almighty. Those who have done their best, they would win. That's the simple strategy. I would like to end this first series with one, a very important line from The Wings of Fire, which I read from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's book. We all are born with a divine fire within us. What we need is to give wing to that fire and to ultimately to serve and to bring goodness to the society. That is our aim. I'm happy in whatever I'm doing. Right now, being an UPSC educator, that is the way I have chosen to serve the society. Many of you, those who are listening me, those who are hearing me, many of you might become civil servant. That's so good because you have gotten the right means to achieve your end. Many of you may not achieve success, but that doesn't mean the road has ended for you. There are multiple ways to serve the society. Ultimate aim is to serve the society. There are multiple ways. Mother Teresa, Kailash Satyarthi. There are multiple examples. They have never become an IAS officer or IPS officer to serve the society. And those who are not going to make to the list, that doesn't mean end of the world for them. That doesn't mean end of the road for them. UPSC was just a means, not an end in itself. Ultimately, we all want to serve the humanity. We all want to serve the society. So, you should be thankful to the God. You should be thankful to the Almighty for giving you another opportunity to find the means through which you want to serve the society in the best possible manner. The best example is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He himself wanted to become an Air Force pilot. His father wanted him to become an IAS officer. But ultimately, he became neither of them. Rather, he chose another path and see. He is now called as the Missile Man of India. He became ultimately the first citizen of this country. So I'll be here again presenting the second series in this Vaad Vivad Prativad series, where I would be discussing type of majority system in parliamentary democracy. Thank you. Take care.